Hey, it's Lisan here. This is episode 5, Road to the Arnold's. Here we go.
Get to the chopper!
Alright, thank you Daniel-san for the intro. That's my brother from Another Dictator. Anyway, a couple of weeks are done, so didn't bother putting together last week's videos because not much had changed. A lot of the squats and everything were the same. This week's had a few changes, so I'll run through those in a second. It's currently Sunday, which means no training for me, so I get to sit back and watch some Netflix. So I'm gonna pick one of my favorite documentaries to watch, so I'm gonna try and tune in for that now. I don't care what any strongman says, if that documentary doesn't get you pumped up to lift and to train hard, nothing will. Everybody likes the Eddie Hall documentary and the Born Strong, but I don't know, something about giants that were just born ridiculously strong that get ridiculously strong isn't that appealing to me. I don't know, I guess I can't relate to it because I'm not 6'8" and 180 kilos. So, gonna run through the week, show some squats and everything, see where everything's at, and we'll come back. Last week's push presses, so it's the last week I'm gonna do push presses. They felt really good. I think it was 115 was the weight, just for a set of 3. Soon we'll swap that out and do log, just for a change up. The one big thing that I did last week was 257 for 3 reps on deadlifts, so no hitching, no bad reps, just trying to be quick off the floor. Really happy with that. My form felt good, so hopefully I can keep backing that up in the weeks to come. Following week is going to be a little bit lighter. So squats, this is the following week. Added in an axle, this is 200 kilos for an AMRAP. The main goal was to get over 5 for this. Axle kind of throws it out a little bit. It's a harder bar to keep on your back, it's a lot thicker, but at the same time the bar has no flex in it, so for anybody that gets bar wobbles, the axle will take that out. It's a lot stiffer. It's a lot more specific for the strongman squat, which is the event, which will be an axle. So I managed to get 10 reps out here. So that worked out really well. That was last Monday. Alright, bringing log back in. So Tyson's put these back in for what I can guess is just another form of push pressing. You don't want to just keep doing the same thing for 9 to 12 weeks over and over again. You'll get repetitive stress injuries. Try to change it up a little bit, add in some new stimulus, work the muscles in a bit different way. So it's 107 kilos for 7 reps, which I'm quite happy with considering I haven't done log for a while. So my deadlifts the next week went back down, so I did 247, which was an AMRAP to see how many I could do. This wasn't the best night. Once I'd finished the deadlifts, I was pretty disappointed. My form broke down a little bit. I sort of got out of the rhythm. It wasn't as slow as I wanted. I got 6 reps out when I went in hoping to get more like 8 to 10. So I was disappointed, but looking back on the video, they moved a bit faster than what they did in my head, which is typically the case. Try to rectify that in the following week as the weight goes up. Man squat, full setup, wraps on, belt on. This is 175 kilos. Just for a set of 5, just still trying to feel it out. I think this was the last set. So starting to try to figure out that bounce off the bottom and not get thrown out. Farmers carry, I did 110 kilos for a couple of sets of 20. Farmers have been really terrible the last couple of weeks. I think I've been messing up with my grip. I haven't been grabbing it right. So I dropped back to 100 kilos per hand and did the full 60 meters. I did 3 sets of those. And just in the last 2 sets, I sort of adjusted my grip a bit better to how I think I used to do it, and I didn't slip at all. While it wasn't the best day of farmers and I've had some trouble the last couple of weeks, I think this is a turning point. Changing up the grip and just allowing it to not slip is going to get me that extra sort of 10-15 meters, which is all I needed to get across the line. Still doing board press with the pussy pad because I had nobody to set up a board for me. So just try and get it an inch off the chest, do some reps, just try to keep strength through the upper body. Standing dumbbell push presses have seemed to be the hardest thing that I can manage. So this is 47.5 kilos per hand. While it doesn't seem like the hardest exercise at first, the instability factor is massive. It's hard to control both arms at the same time while standing, while locking your glutes, keeping your core engaged. This is monster dumbbell this week, so went up to 80 kilos, dropped back the reps, down to doing a set of 3, just trying to get stronger at it, trying to perfect my form, trying to dip under it properly and catch it, which when it's a bit lighter I don't have to worry about it so much, but once it's heavy like this I really have to nail that technique and drop down and catch it properly. Missed a couple of reps in a couple of sets, but this was one of the good ones. We only post the good ones because we don't like anyone to know that we're really failing in real life, which is the beauty of Instagram. Stones this week, ended up working with the 140 stone, or I think it's 137 to 1.4. Definitely not the easiest height for me. I think it's slightly above my shoulder. First set I did 2 reps, very poorly. Once again, I think my technique has worsened over time because I've been doing lighter weights, so I've been able to get away with sort of sloppy form. But in the last set, which the camera cut out before I got to it, I managed a set of 4 with the 140 and it popped up really nice. So I think I was just setting myself wrong. This last one here is 150, the 1.4, which I almost lost a couple of fingers. I kind of used my chin a little bit to push it up. Probably the ugliest thing I've done for a while, so it's always good to show people that. But you can still get it up if you have enough perseverance. And that's it. That's 2 weeks down. That's all the important stuff. So I'll try and run through, make a video about how I think everything's going to go in the Arnold's. Farmers event got released. 60 meters with 120 kilos per hand with a nasty looking set of farmers. So I'll try and put a picture up. I'm going to put it there. Picture's going to be up there. These big like Mad Max looking things which stand or submit. Mason loves to make big tank armored things. They're 2 meters long. That's a really hard thing to control. 2 meters long, bare steel handles, which is good for me because grip is the main issue for me, not so much the pick or the walk. So that's one event released. If enough people comment and hassle Aaron, maybe he'll release some more pretty soon. You heard it, Aaron. Release all the events. Release them. Because it would be really good to know so that we can move forward and everyone knows what they're up against, because the time is ticking. For anyone concerned about Diego, put up a couple of pictures. He had a tooth removed and he also had a little growth on one of his paws.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor.
He went under surgery, got that little growth out. One of his paws is like fully bandaged up, so we're gonna unbandage that and have a look at the stitches tomorrow. For now, he hasn't pulled it apart, but he does have to wear this cone thing, which he hates. So can't possibly imagine how it feels to wear this cone. It must be horrible. And that's all the news I've got. So like, comment, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you think of Dan's intro. If Dan doesn't subscribe, then he's not doing any more intros anymore. That's it. Stay strong.